everything's back up. I think that we're up on X.com, on YouTube.
I'm surprised they let any of them stay up.
Maybe Rumble, Facebook. Yeah, I get flashed once in a while, and then the whole thing just crashes. And it's like when I'm trying to put Akana's versus Satan or versus State of Hawaii. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not that bad at computer stuff. I'm pretty good at computers. Okay, we're live on Facebook now, or on we're on Facebook, YouTube. Okay, Instagram's going live now, and I think we're on X.com. Yeah, we're on X. Well, something's up on X. Black screen.
All right, guys.
So yeah, Kelei, you're back. I was asking your first act of governor. What will that be?
Doing a peaceful transfer of power to the lawful government of Hawaii. So that's the first step, you know. And there are people who are in the government that have been moving very, very at will with self-determination. But we got to get a real vote going, you know. I don't want to be a tyrant even though I am a queen. Right, and the people, they're gonna wanna. They already know the state is super corrupt. Somebody better and voting nonpartisan, educating people. Again, take a look at my case. They tried to make me into a criminal. The question is now that they've convicted me of a felony for assaulting a police officer in the first degree, right, for a crime that I didn't commit. We're challenging all of that, and it's. I don't know, Carl. What do you think after a year? Do you think that we've proven the case? Like, you think that what's the breakdown?
Anybody that has any inkling of common sense, truth, or anything, reads through what we filed and blow your mind how it's horrible. We've beaten them. We've destroyed everything they've come at us with. They have nothing.
So what do we do if they just say like, okay, well, Kelei, we're gonna like come and arrest you?
Yeah, I think they probably have a do not fucking detain around me at this point because there's too many people that
you're the hot potato now.
Well, they know there's too many. I shared my story with thousands of people.
Right.
I've been on podcasts. I've been this, that, and the other. We've withheld a lot of the information because of the incomplete discovery, right? Yeah. And so we've had to navigate accordingly. But at the end of the day, we have the true evidence of all the crimes and everything that I'm saying. Like, why would I have to back down and cower now? And settle for less when I know I can go sue them for their whole budget for all the cases they brought against me.
Right.
That were fraudulent.
I guess if it was me, I would dare the officers. I'd be like, yeah, I dare you to put those cuffs on me right now because you're gonna go to jail for kidnapping.
At this point, I'm gonna run for governor. That's gonna scare them even more because they know I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Right, that's gonna scare them more. If I became leadership after they tried to target me and make me into some crazy Hawaiian, activist.
Oh yeah, if you're a felon, then they can say that you can't run, right? Just like they tried to Donald Trump.
Well, they did it to a lot of people. Look at what they're doing to BJ Penn. Everybody who ran in the 2022 election, they have caused so much distension between everybody. And they've harassed every candidate pretty much that wanted to go up against the state in Hawaii.
Right.
The Democrats are disgusting.
Yeah. And this case is huge, but I've got side cases running that are helping build. We've got another case, a friend, another associate. His registration was expired. He bought the truck with the truck registration expired, and the court, they pulled him over, and he said, I can't register the truck. He told the judge he can't register the truck because there's back tag fees. And the court says until those fees are paid, so they're trying to force him to pay somebody else's debt.
He needs to be charged.
Right, which is by itself unlawful.
Yes. Yeah.
So they're trying to make him
can't-
commit a crime because it's part of their extortion. They
Right.
just want
Well,
their
that's
money.
what they're doing. They're
right?
doing embezzlement, conspiracy to extort people. Like this is all huge criminal
Yeah. Yeah.
charges we're going to be bringing against them.
And so by an expired registration, they cannot use that as a probable cause to stop.
Especially when I was parked and not even moving.
Yeah.
And the car wasn't even on.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've got some side cases running also. And,
Ongoing PTSD because of this stuff. Because I'm here in the islands and they're here on the same islands as me, right? So we all get PTSD.
Yeah, I'm just posting on x.com now. I think we're up on everywhere. At least everywhere but Rumble. Maybe Rumble's working. But I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm happy with where we're at right now. I don't want it to crash again.
Yeah, and the fact of the Hawaii State Bar Association is a corporate entity. For them to prosecute, it's a conflict of interest for them to even take any action against me because, oh, that's right, we filed antitrust RICO. It's the whole bar association being involved in a alleged government procedure is a conflict of interest.
And are you going to be running for mayor of Honolulu, Carl? Was that right?
Yeah, 2028.
2028. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have a new generation. I guess there's a lot of gubernatorial candidates right now as well for Hawaii. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Last I heard, there's 14 already.
And I'm hearing that there's like 9 for Maui County for mayor. So I guess yeah, another game to dilute the votes and create more confusion.
I'm seeing the other person that we served in the Crimes Against Humanity lawsuit, Murakami, on TV, running for lieutenant governor for the Democrats.
That's right. Yeah.
I haven't even looked at the candidate list because, Carl and I have been too busy taking screenshots of the courts.
And we know pretty much all the people on different islands that are actually fighting the corruption here and how many of them actually want to run for any office. Like you said about Joe earlier, it's exhausting, it's costly, you get attacked. I don't know any normal human people that really want to run except for you guys. So I'm wondering, who are all these candidates that we're seeing? Like, are any of them even real?
Well, I think a next action step would be to go log in and look at their registry. And then we can reach out to them and we can interview them on top of our podcast.
If they're brave enough.
Well, no or not, right? That's the whole idea.
That's true.
We should be able to interview you. If you're running, you shouldn't be able to hide and let people buy a vote and rig it.
Right.
And think it's okay. And, you guys already came to my car. You guys ripped me out. You guys beat me with batons. You guys electrocuted me. You know what I mean? At what point now am I supposed to stop as a survivor of trafficking? Never.
Yeah, no, that's something that we're going to fight until the bitter, bitter end. And it's not our end, it's their end.
Yep.
Should have never messed with the Gen Xers.
And parents who actually love their kids.
Yeah.
And don't want them to get transgendered because the other parent is mentally ill.
And it is a mental illness to think that it's okay to cut off your kids' body parts and reproductive stuff, You're genociding yourself if you're into that. Yeah, and I think it's not many parents that are actually into that, especially in Hawaii. I don't see that many idiots here. I mean...
No, it's just the ones inside the system who declared a war on all of us, and they're all pedophiles and pedophile supporters. Period. That's what the system is. It's pedophilic.
Yeah. Parasitic,
the legal system is pedophilic.
Well, and that's part of their whole thing with like Epstein's case is showing. They use that to compromise each other. And like the most evil thing that they can possibly think of is the highest value in their structure. Within
Yeah,
their
you're trying to say,
structure of evil.
yeah, which none of us want to be a part of, right? And that's our right.
Yep, not at all. Not with their hidden symbols on the US dollars and stuff like that. They think they're smarter than us because they put their little symbols hidden here and there. Their little maps logos with their little pedophile symbols hidden in their ice cream logos.
Oh, we're in an island. The competition is going to be predator hunter because it's not a part of the Hawaiian culture. Pedophilia is not a part of any culture in Timor and Rio Kiva. That's not anything having to do with us. That's all foreign.
Yeah, I don't know that that's even a human thing at all. I've been looking into the UAP stuff and the genetic hybrid stuff. Sounds like Epstein was creating like genetic monsters, like human chimeras, like what Alex Jones was saying.
Good old Alex.
Yeah, hard to know what's actually true, but there's certain things that resonate. If there's somebody with money and power, you know they're gonna build a ranch somewhere and do weird stuff, right?
We already know that Lahaina was a trafficking operation with the governor and his wife. Again, follow the money.
Allegedly, or do we have like solid evidence?
There's evidence out there.
Because I know that Halekipa, the children's shelter, was chaired by Josh Green's wife and a senior executive on the board of Hiko's parent company, Hawaii Electric Company's parent company, Hiko Industries. I forgot that guy's name, but yeah, I found that one before.
Again, there's people want to really go look at what's happening. They'll go Google it while Google is still up.
Well, while before Google censors it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because they're part of the thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny that.
All right, guys, we gotta hop off. We're gonna take a drive. That's our update for today. I mean, again, there's so many things that could come out of this conversation between the three of us. We want to make sure that we're sharing the video on the platforms that we do exist on. I like direct message personally.
Yeah, how do people reach out to you? I was looking for another thing with your email on it, but I'm not seeing wherever I had that. I have Megeso's here.
Oh, they can reach out to Carl at Clean House Hawaii if they want to get a hold of me.
So they go on Facebook and type in Clean House Hawaii, KLEAN, and it will start to pop up, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, yeah, thank you guys again for another update on your case. And ahui ho, Godspeed. We wear the armor of God.
Io and me, Io and you, Io and us. Aloha.
Io is God. God is Io, the one. Aloha. Love you guys.
Aloha.
We are powering down with the live stream. Boom. Thanks everybody who tuned in. That was fun trying to keep this live stream up. It's really funny how whenever I interview Kelei Akana, she gets my live stream knocked down. I don't know. Maybe she didn't have anything to do with it. Maybe it's just a coincidence. But it seems like there are some principalities that are trying to keep Kelei from running for governor, that are trying to keep her from having her story known. She did actually make a lot of money in Bitcoin. I have checked into that. I've done a little bit of a deep dive research into the people that I talked to. I kind of like Mr. Robot that way, where I just need to research and investigate every single player that I come into contact with if I can. And the cool thing about blockchain is that you can actually trace the money, you can follow the money pretty easily, and you can see if people are legit. You can see who they're connected to. You can see, are they telling the truth about how much money they got, or how much they made, or what they built, or what they did. And yeah, Kelei really did make that money. And there is a SEC filing, the Securities Exchange Commission, that also alleged that she had all this money that she made with blockchain, with Bitcoin. And they were trying to take it away from her, saying that it was a security when it was not a security, which means you can invest in it and it grows. And it just was not labeled as that. It was too early days for Bitcoin to be scheduled or to be legally defined in that manner. Her friend Joby Weeks did get arrested. He started Liberland, which is its own little country in Europe, where you can get your own Liberland ID and you can be a free citizen of a different, or a free civilian of a different country that doesn't have all of these fake systems that we see in America that we've kind of alluded to during this podcast. So Joby Weeks spent 6 years under house arrest. I think that he's free now and doing podcasts and telling his story. But yeah, look him up. JobyWeeks. Joby Weeks. His story is unbelievable. You wouldn't believe that this could happen until it happens to you or to someone that you know. And the powers that be saw people like Joby as a threat. They see people like Kelei as a threat because they have their own ideas, they can build their own systems, and they're good at telling other people all about it and getting people on board with it. So have a thought about that, guys. This stuff is real. These people are doing everything they can to keep honest people away from positions, away from elected office, any levers of power. If you're on the elections commission or on the board controlling the water or this policy or that policy, they have operatives that are in there, and they, as in the old guard, the existing power structure that has been unlawfully taxing us, that has been poisoning our lands, whether it's the Hawaiian people's lands here in Hawaii or your lands in your home state or your country. I know we maybe even have friends in Australia or New Zealand listening now. It is the same corporate structure in every country. It is the same system that is lying to you, that is poisoning your food, that is taking away your property and trespassing, stomping all over your rights. So if you can, find the nearest brave soul that is doing something about this, not just talking about it online, but who's really doing something, and stand with them, stand behind them. Even if you cannot go out on the front lines, which is kind of scary. I'll admit it. Yeah, when you got cops in your face and their hands are near their weapons, it's you know, they could get trigger happy or whatever. That's okay. You don't have to be on the front lines. You can support these people quietly, sometimes even just in prayer. Prayer has power. Every sound, every thought you make vibrates out into the ether, into the universe. We are turning the tide because we are changing the energy grid. We are not consenting. We are not giving our power, our energy, our attention to these evil pricks. Instead, we are building our own systems and transcending them. And when we go into a courtroom or into a police interaction to deal with them, we are not there standing in fear of whatever they might try to do to us. We are standing there with the power of command and the power of moral integrity, of divine integrity behind us. Because if you look back in the history books and you study at least how the American legal system was built, based on British common law, and before that, God's law, it all goes back to biblical law, which these evil demon people have perverted and inverted to try to make themselves powerful, untouchable, and wealthy. But now is our time to go take back our freedoms. All of us. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, brown, yellow, green, purple, whatever. There are people that want to end your bloodline. They are trying to genocide all of us. The ones that are poisoning the system and then telling you it's safe and effective, looking you right in your face and telling you that, yeah, they are the theys. And if you're not quite sure who they are right now, you might be working for they and you don't even realize it. So time to get a good reality check, my friends. See what systems and what power structures you actually support with what you buy, with where you go to play, where you have fun, what you do for your hobbies, what foods you're eating. Every single decision that you make is a vote. You're voting for light or you are voting for darkness. And ignorance is no longer an excuse. Now is the time to figure it out. Who are you really voting for? What systems are you really supporting? All right, I'll stop preaching. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Much love to anybody and everybody who might even listen to this thing. I don't even know. I don't check the analytics, and I don't really care. I just know that putting this out there, one of them might reach the right person at the right time. If you're hearing this, obviously you are meant to be hearing this, or you're spying on us to try to figure out how to take us down, but there's more of us than there are of you, so you can suck it. And we love you anyway. Have a great day. Aloha and a hui ho.